Hi guys, welcome back to another show of Tumekwa Podcast, and this is your boy Isaac.
And this is Neil.
And today we have Brown Boy himself. He's here to talk about the Nairobi life.
Hi guys, my name is Alvin. I'm turning 19 years old and I'm currently a student at Strathmore University.
So today's main topic is the youth culture in Nairobi and the mini topics we got from this. And the first one was music. So Alvin, what are your opinions about the music that people are age listen to?
I think right now it's diversified because you can see not everyone listens to like only trap, which I think is like the main genre guys are listening to. Because these days you can see guys are more into like African music. There's that wave of promoting Kenyan music and all that. And you can see like the whole like the own local artists, like there's like Kahush, you know.
Even me, I was shocked. Jana at night, me, I saw niggas advertising Janaiko's new album. So, I never knew such things would ever happen. So, I think guys are really progressing on that. So, another topic that came up was art.
Art-wise, I think art like these days has been diversified. It's not like only drawing and stuff here.
Mhm.
Like guys are calling like their photography art, and it's generally art. And you see in photography, like there's always been that wave, and now I think like the space it's good right now because guys are doing crazy things like photography, videography, and that. And the good thing is like it's mostly like homegrown guys. Like guys you can see every other day, like guys in your school and whatnot. So we're not looking up to like guys who are far away. We're seeing our friends doing it. So I think it's a good thing. And where it's heading, I think would be Kenya would be like one of the places where guys can say, yeah, they have crazy photographers and whatnot.
See, the guy who's doing photography for Hennessy right now is even some
He's a
Kenyan
Kenyan.
guy.
Yeah, you can see. And the adverts are crazy. So I think it's a good space at the moment.
Okay, what are your views like on sports? Because I know you play soccer, so
Yeah. Bro, so let me not lie, sports right now it's tough. It's tough. I don't want to like call out any organization or anything, but there's some guys who like tell you, yeah, we're gonna give you this opportunity, this deal. And it's happened to me in the recent past. But you actually realize at the end of the day, they're out to make money. Don't get me wrong, like we all want to make money, but if you said you're going to do something, at least do it and still make money, not like con guys just for you to make money, like using some words, telling guys one, two, three, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna deliver. So I think in sports we still have a long way to go. Like okay, it's like an issue with the government mostly, and you already know like with the corruption and that going on, it's difficult, but there's talent.
okay, like from those three, like music, art, and sports, do you think like there's a future if someone wanted to like completely concentrate on that as the future career path? Do you think like there's a possibility in that?
Yeah, if you look at because I also do photography and videography part time, and some of the guys I follow from the states, like guys have dropped out of college now. There's a guy called Ghana. Like I'll show you his pictures later on. Like he dropped out of college, but now he's shooting with like anyone, and just made a career out of that. So I think it's just that we have that African mentality. Like if you're not a doctor, lawyer, and whatnot, like you'll fail in life. But these days you're seeing guys taking that risk, like actually pursuing what they want to do. It's not a must you go to school.
Okay, and then another topic was now fashion. Like, what's common? Like, what a guy's wearing. I know me, I'm an LT Waikiki guy. So, like, you know what to expect.
What's your kiki drink? I think these days, like the fashion scene, like in Nairobi, it's growing. You're seeing guys like I have a friend called Lawrence. He's doing crazy stuff. He's also starting his own thing, and like he's wearing brands that you associate with like, your celebrities and stuff. So I think if guys like just go into it it's not a must. Like these days, guys don't check your brand as long as your silhouette is right. You know what I mean? Like you just match up your stuff well. It doesn't matter like the brand you're wearing. Like the way you said LCY Kiki, as long as you match up your colors well, I think guys will appreciate it. You don't have to be like, oh, Nike, Adidas, whatever.
So, like on that note, like, do you think like, these brands like Off White, I don't know, Vlone, do you think like they're overworn by like, kwanza like, let's say you go out, trust like all the niggas that will be wearing Vlone and Yeezys, yeah.
I think that's just down to like people wanting to associate with the people they look up to. You know what I mean? Like me, like if I have a favorite artist and he wears a certain brand, I'd also want to like look like him or be associated. Like guys are like, hey, Alvin is wearing these guys. Like these celebrities thing. I think some guys don't appreciate it for what it is. Let me just put it like that. They're just in it for the hype, not for what like the clothing actually represents. Because like there's some brands that have an ethos behind it, but some guys just wear it for the sake of wearing, and it's not a bad thing. But I think if guys would actually appreciate it, you'd see it actually being better than guys just throwing on below Yeezys and all that just for the sake. Because being honest, sometimes it doesn't come off well. Being honest.
I used to see like, Kenyan brands like, I don't know, Eagle and
Yeah, that's-
whatever, but now this has disappeared. Do you think it's because like now everyone's so obsessed with brands that are from like other countries?
And I think that's one thing I've slacked on as a youth, like our own, making our own clothing. Because you see, like now, how I've talked about music, like now guys are really supporting Kaush and whatnot. But in terms of fashion, I think I've slacked.
And mask.
Yeah,
Mask, yeah.
it's coming up.
It's coming up.
But yeah, guys have slacked on that. And like, I don't really blame, because I'm sure the guys who have had the vision, but getting stuff done in our country is hard in terms of fashion.
So like, I'm not sure what to say about books. Me, the only books I've read of late have been John Green's and no, but I've read a book for Miguna. Let me not lie. So, Alvin, do you have like anything you want to say about books? Like,
I mean, okay, the last book I read was called 50th Law. It's basically about 50 Cent's life and his struggle of coming up. And I think that can be a good example to people our age right now. Because in the book, you can see he was shot 9 times, but he didn't die. And he still came out of that to make an album and become like one of the top rappers during his generation, his era. But you can see at that time, many guys weren't taking rap seriously. And the way you raised it up can rap be a career of music in general. And I think it can, if you just put your heart and soul into it and believe in what you do. Because, like, if you go into it just to make money, I don't think you'll enjoy it. Like, but if you have that desire just to make music, I think you can do something with it.
I think, okay, I don't know if it's only me, but most of the music has become like so mainstream. Like, all artists are using like similar beats and
Because
the
guys,
same
guys are
slurs.
scared. Guys are scared to be experimental. Because it will affect their money, like their streams. Because like right now there's a particular sound selling on radio, and if you go against that sound, guys, it won't be played on radio. Guys won't listen to it. Like I feel that's one thing artists need to think about, like to diversify their sound. Because you see, like right now, they say like the beat is similar. Like an example is Ethic now. You see how like they're falling off because guys have just complained like every other song you're using the same beat.
I get. Like, so another topic that came up, like another controversial topic for youth culture is hairstyles. Like, it's a means of expressing yourself. Like, okay, may I have a backstory? I got braided like a few weeks ago, but I was told that I can't have a hairstyle like that in school because I'm not showing a good example. So I was wondering, like, how is your hairstyle like a way for people to like judge you? Like, it didn't make sense to me, but I accepted. Now I have a fade, but I accepted.
So what you're saying is like hairstyle is a way of people to express themselves.
I know, like, see, even in our former school, like, we're told to shave size 1, but it's not like your hair is one that's going to school for you. I think hairstyles are a way that you can express yourself. Like if you're autistic, like it can be something.
That's true. Because as I've said in our former school, even I didn't get the point. You know what I mean? Until they remove the rule. Because like you'd go and ask a teacher, like, what's the main reason behind size one? They're like, oh, we don't want distractions. Then what type of students do you have in the school? Because I don't understand how someone can look at your hair for a whole hour and they entertain you, right? Like I look at it and just like, yo, that's crazy. That's a nice cut. I move on with my day. We can't sit there and look at your hair for a whole day. I don't see how it brings up distractions, but it is what it is.
And so another thing that came up was misconceptions that people have about now the youth. So I'm just gonna tell you like a few, and then you tell me what you think about them. So the main one was that teenagers and youth all around the world are the same. Like we all think we're like a hive mind. That's what people think.
No, I don't think so. Because like right now, even in Nairobi, like you think everyone in Nairobi, all of us drink alcohol, guys like smoke, going out is what everyone wants to do. But there are so many people I know who are not about that life of like going clubbing or drinking or whatnot. So I don't think everyone does the same.
And then another one was that we can't read. Like education